In today's class, we will discuss about the following topics associated with k nearest neighbor classifiers. General features of k nearest neighbor classifier, lazy versus eager learning, classification using k nearest neighbor, the KNN algorithm, numerical examples, selecting the value of k, and advantages and disadvantages. Now we will discuss about the general features of k nearest neighbor classifier. KNN is one of the simplest supervised learning algorithm. This is mostly used for classification. This algorithm can also be used for numeric prediction. It is mainly used in the area of pattern recognition. Most of the classification algorithms like decision trees, rule-based classification, classification by back propagation, and support vector machine are based on eager learning approach. But KNN uses lazy learning approach. Since KNN stores the training tuples or instances, they are also referred to as instance-based learners. It is also based on learning by analogy, that is, by comparing new object to be classified with training tuples that are similar to it. Now coming to lazy learning versus eager learning approach. Lazy learning is learning from your neighbors. In classification, one of the inputs is training data having class labels. The other input is a tuple whose class label is to be identified. When the eager learners get this input, they will create a model based on the training data. Then they will use the generated model to identify the class label of a test tuple. For example, in the case of decision trees, which uses eager learning approach, the learned model is the tree generated in the tree induction phase. Large number of calculations are required for generating the tree in the training phase. Once the tree is generated, only simple comparisons are required for classification of new tuples with no class labels. But in the case of lazy learners, when they get the training data, instead of creating a model, they simply store the training data. When they get a new object to be classified, they do all computations including comparison. So, lazy learners do less work when a training tuple is presented and more work when making a classification. Since lazy learners store the training tuples or instances, they are also referred to as instance-based learners, even though all learning is essentially based on instances. Since they store all the training tuples, they need efficient storage technique. Now we will see the details of classification using k nearest neighbor algorithm. In k nearest neighbor algorithm, classification is based on the assumption that objects having similar features will belong to the same class. Hence, in KNN, the given tuple with unknown class label or new object is compared with the stored training tuples. Training tuples having similarity with the new object are considered as neighbors. For identifying the class label of the new object, k nearest neighbors are considered. Hence the name k nearest neighbor. To identify nearest neighbors, distance measures like Euclidean and Manhattan etc. can be used. Hence, it is a distance-based algorithm. To identify k nearest neighbors, the given test tuple is compared with all the training tuples. The class label of the nearest neighbors determines the class label of the training tuple. Hence, classification is based on learning by analogy, that is, by comparing a given tuple or object with k training tuples that are similar to it. For k nearest neighbor classification, tuple with the unknown class label is assigned the most common class among its k nearest neighbors. When k is equal to 1, tuple is assigned the class of the training tuple that is closest to it in pattern space. K nearest neighbor can also be used for numeric prediction, that is, to return a real valued prediction for a given unknown tuple. In this case, the classifier returns the average value of the real valued labels associated with the k nearest neighbors. In KNN, distance measures are used for defining closeness or similarity. Obviously, if the distance is less, the objects are more closer or similar. In the numerical examples illustrated in this study, we are using Euclidean distance as the distance measure. The Euclidean distance between 2 points or tuples, say x is equal to x1, x2, xn, and y is equal to y1, y2, etc. up to yn, is defined as dxy is equal to square root of sigma I xi minus yi the whole square. In short, to classify a tuple having no class label, 3 things are required. They are the set of labeled records, distance metric to compute distance between records, the value of k, the number of nearest neighbors. To classify a new record, the steps to be performed are compute distance to other training records, identify k nearest neighbors, then use class labels of the nearest neighbors to determine the class label of the unknown record by finding majority vote. Now coming to the k nearest neighbor algorithm. Input to the algorithm: D. Training data having class labels. K is the number of neighbors. T. Input tuple for classification. Output is C, class to which T is assigned. First step, N is assigned 5. N is used to store the neighbors. Then find the distance between object T and all objects in D. Order the training objects D based on distance computed in step 2. N is assigned the objects associated with the first k distances of the ordered list. That is, they are the nearest neighbors. C is assigned class label to which most of the objects in N are classified. Now we will see a numerical example of k nearest neighbor algorithm. The table contains data for height classification. This is the training data. In the table, height attribute determines the classes. The class labels are short, tall and medium. There are 15 records or tuples in the training data. Now based on this training data, we want to classify a new object or a new tuple, Revati, with the height 1.73 meter. Here we are using Euclidean distance. Only the height is used for distance calculation. Using Euclidean distance, we can find out the distance of Revati with all other training tuples. So 1.73 is the height of the new object. The distance between the first tuple and Revati is 1.6 minus 1.73 the whole square. We have to take the square root of 1.6 minus 1.73 the whole square, which is equal to 1.13. Similarly, we are calculating distance for all other tuples. So the distance are recorded in the fourth column. Now we are ordering the training records based on Euclidean distance to find out the nearest neighbors. So we get the new table. Suppose the value of k is 5. Then the 5 nearest neighbors of Revati are Reni, Anu, Ashish, Appu and Shalini. Their classes are medium, short, short, medium and medium respectively. The class label of 3 of the nearest neighbors are medium and 2 are short. Hence, Revati is classified as medium based on height. This is a very simple example. Only one attribute determines a class label. Now we will see one more example. The training data contains name, weight, height and class. There are 9 records or tuples in the training data. Now we want to classify Alina with height 175 centimeter and weight 52 kg. As in the previous case, here also we are using Euclidean distance. Then based on Euclidean distance, the distance measures are calculated between Alina and all other tuples. For the first row, the Euclidean distance is square root of 52 minus 51 the whole square plus 175 minus 167 the whole square, which is square root of 65. So similarly we are calculating the distance between Alina and all other training records. Now we are ordering the training record based on distance. We get this table. Now suppose the value of k is 3. The nearest neighbors of Alina are the first 3 tuples, that is Sanjay, Shaini and Febin. Sanjay is classified as underweight. The class label of Shaini is normal, Febin is normal. So the class label of 2 of them are normal and 1 is underweight. Hence, Alina is classified as normal. Now some pre-processing steps are required if we want to give equal importance for all attributes. There are attributes with a different range of values. For example, height of a person may vary from 1.5 meter to 1.8 meter. Weight of a person may vary from 40 kg to 120 kg. Attributes may have to be scaled to prevent distance measures from being dominated by one of the attributes. To give equal importance for all attributes, we can normalize the value of each attribute by applying normalization techniques like min-max normalization. The formula for min-max normalization is V dash is equal to V minus min A divided by max A minus min A, where min A and max A are the minimum and maximum values of attribute A. Now, one important question is, how do we choose the value of k? KNN algorithm is sensitive to the value of k. A rule of thumb is that k is less than or equal to square root of n. N is the number of tuples in the training set. A good value of k can also be determined experimentally. Use a test set, start with k is equal to 1, estimate the error rate of the classifier. The process can be repeated by incrementing k, the value of k that gives minimum error rate may be selected. In general, the larger the number of training tuples, the larger the value of k. Now coming to the advantages and disadvantages of k nearest neighbor algorithm. K nearest neighbor is one of the simplest classification algorithms. It is sensitive to the value of k. Lazy learners can be computationally expensive when making classification or prediction. They are labor intensive when training set is large. To identify k nearest neighbors, the given test tuple is compared with all the training tuples. Hence, classifiers can be slow when classifying tuples. They are in need of efficient storage techniques and well suited to implement on parallel hardware.